Hello out there. Good morning and welcome to the Heavy Montez podcast and my comedy show, November 18th, 2025. Now, America, Heavy Monte asked this question this morning. Convicted felons should not be allowed to pardon convicted felons. And that's what's happening here in America. A convict president in America is going around telling everybody he is the moral choice for America. The Christian president, they say. But we find him, in our opinion, to be a rapist, America. We find him, America, to be, they say, a pedophile, some say. And he has the evidence, and he said he is going to release the evidence, but we think he's lying. We're not going to believe anything that comes out of Donald Trump's mouth until we see the records. Now, in America, Heavy Monte has said on numerous occasions that Donald Trump is a figurehead president for Project 2025. You can look at this man and see he is not capable of making the necessary decisions to run a great nation. The necessary decisions in America to feed a country. The necessary decisions in America and policies to keep us safe. The policies to pull us together, a country, America, a rainbow of people of colors and races. We have a criminal president and a criminal Republican Party that stands up and say to the American people, we do not represent you. We represent Donald Trump. We have a maggot criminal Supreme Court that we need to reform, America. What is happening here in America, we are being attacked by our own government. Donald Trump rose to power saying that he was going to make America great again. But today, America is not great. America is the laughing stock of the world. Now in America, I want to say something to you this morning. They say that Donald Trump gave, somebody a blowjob. They said the person's name was Bubba, and they're trying to put it on Bill Clinton. But this is the kind of stuff, America, that we have to talk about. We shouldn't even have to discuss these type of things with a president. Remember, a president gave a blowjob, Bill Clinton? Got a blowjob from an 18-year-old woman, and that man was impeached because he was a Democrat, you see. Yeah. The Republican Party, right now, should be abolished. It should never, ever, ever get in power again. That's like letting the Nazi Party and Adolf Hitler back in power. Now let's go back to this blowjob, America. They say that Donald Trump, you understand, gave somebody named Bubba a blowjob. Now I believe it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Donald Trump, they say he has dementia and he forgets sometimes. He was speaking and he looked down at the microphone and mistaked it for a giant penis, they said. And he started giving the microphone a simulated blowjob in front of a bunch of people. You see, America? Now they say that Jeffrey Epstein gave Donald Trump gave Vladimir Putin files on Donald Trump giving somebody a blowjob. They say that Vladimir Putin. Now we know why Donald Trump is acting the way he's acting. They say that Donald Trump is engaged in $1 billion of money laundering from Russia. They say. I don't know how true it is, but America, it is time for us to vote out the Republican Party. It is time for us to add to our No Kings protest, demand the resignation of that entire cabinet. You understand? And they need to impeach Donald Trump immediately. Now, as the Republican Party, they're saying that they're going to vote, to release the Epstein records. But why didn't? Well, at least this is the same Republican Party that voted, for this big, beautiful bill that's starving your ass out there today, America. People don't have any money. This is the same Republican Party that approved a cabinet like that to run our country. So these are the people in America that you want to have in charge? Everybody don't think so. You see. Now, we're going to talk about Republicans that are located in the house districts in cities. We're going to talk about Michigan right now. Michigan have 6 maggot Republicans who support Donald Trump, who are pedophile protectors, who give us that big, big, nasty bill. And Michigan, today, America, is one of the states in America that is officially in a damn recession. You see what I'm saying? But these stupid motherfuckers here, Michigan, these Republicans, they like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't understand if the Democrats starve, they starve. If the Democrats lose housing, they lose housing. If the Democrats don't have food in Michigan, they don't have it either. That's the ideology and the mindset of a maggot. You see what I'm saying, America? You know, totally, totally brainwashed. Don't understand that what affects me and you affects them. You know, and it affects the people in the red states more. You know, because they don't have any money. They got their hands out, California for 81 billion, and at the same time, you know, their governor and all those people down there who they vote for, Republicans, are lying to them and telling them that Gavin Newsom is your enemy. I don't have. I wish I did have an enemy that sent me $81 billion. I'm trying to tell you. I wish I did have an enemy like that. You see what I'm trying to tell you? So America. So Donald Trump, they say, is the blowjob king. They say Donald Trump, his wife, they talk about her now, you know, and I don't know how true this is, but they're saying that she used to be Jeffrey Epstein's, you know, girlfriend first, and Donald Trump took her from him. They said both of them were sharing women. I'm not saying they shared her. I don't know about it. You understand? But I can say one thing. Things are looking very, very suspicious. If you have to try to figure out if a Republican Party is clean, and if they're telling you the truth, and there's so much lies out there with that Republican Party right now, you know what I'm saying? They are an embarrassment. The House of Representatives took off for 100 days to protect a pervert and a pedophile. They tell me. You see what I'm saying? These people, they don't show their face in their district. They hide. You see what I'm trying to tell you? And you maggots, the maggots going to be going off there pretty soon. See, what's happening right now, you see, the maggots are trying to stay cool because they still have faith in that pig. That pig is not going to deliver. That pig is going to jail, straight to jail. You understand? He looks bad. You see what I'm trying to say? And everybody with the Epstein files, Epstein lawyer, people dropping dead. A freaking cover up, America. They tell me. You see. Our president, who's going around giving blowjobs, married immigrants, you know, talking about his wife is a freaking genius. We need to deport her big ass. Okay, you know what I'm saying? She need to go. You know what I'm saying? So this is illegal shit. He said, yeah, my wife, she speaks 5 languages. One of them damn sure in English. You see what I'm saying, Breaker? You know? But if a Hispanic person will get up there, he'll go, Hispanic is, English is the language. You understand? You know? So they're racist pigs, America, little dang on Republicans. So this is Heavy Monte for the Heavy Monte podcast and the Heavy Monte Comedy Show. Asking the question. Did Donald Trump give somebody a blowjob? Is Donald Trump the man who we want to be president? Heavy Monte say no. So America, please subscribe to the Heavy Monte YouTube channel and never, ever vote for a Republican. Now, I want to give a personal thanks out there to all of my subscribers who's hanging out with me. All my friends on Blue Sky, you know, all the viewers, because I know you're viewing. You hadn't subscribed, but the viewing, I'm getting tons of views. So I'm happy with that because the message is getting out of America. But I love subscribers. Nothing make an old man happier than getting subscribers. So I request from you, America, the old man's out here trying to get the message out. I need your help. Please subscribe to the Heavy Monte YouTube channel and never, ever vote for a president who give a microphone, a blowjob on national TV, and somebody is saying that he's been going around, he's not the maggot king. They say he's the blowjob king.